If you are experiencing job loss, you want to save money on everything, including your utilities. Same thing, gas, power, water, they all have programs specifically designed to help people who are in need. You may be in temporary need right now. There's no shame about that. Lean in to that utility company to get the support that you need. Question for you. Do you need help managing your finances, managing your money during economic uncertainty? Let me ask you a slightly different way. Do you need help figuring out how to manage your money, your life, because you've had job loss, changes in the economy, reduction of income, illness, whatever, however your life is lifing? Well, if you do, you are absolutely in the right place today. Thank you. Thank you for tuning into another episode of the Thank Me Later show with me, your host, Jini Thornton, where we help you master your money and transform your life. And our transformation today is how to prepare your finances, how to manage your money when your life is lifing, when there's some economic uncertainty, a reduction of income. So I have 11 steps for you today. And so let me tell you why I'm talking about this. I had a couple of friends who have been laid off. I have another good girlfriend who thinks she's getting ready to get laid off soon. And she's like, hey, can you please give us some tips or some advice on how to prepare for this pretty significant change? And so here's some tips for you. Number one, please have a family meeting. Who do you need to communicate with? Whether these are people who live in your house, or maybe you have some young adult children away at college, some other people that you might be supporting financially who need to know that you are experiencing a change. It's very important that you don't harbor all of this responsibility all to yourself, but you're clear on making sure people around you that care about you, that trust you, who may be dependent upon you financially are aware of what you've got going on in life, okay? So this is not just you making sure everyone else is afraid and on alert. There may be some changes in behavior that other people beyond you may need to make. So you want to make sure that all of these folks, your family, everybody is on one accord. That's step number one. All right, step number two. And the next several steps are all things that I need you to do related to your creditors, the people that you owe money to. I need you to immediately contact your creditors if you have experienced job loss or significant decrease in income, or if you're expecting it to happen soon. Because a lot of times we are naturally running and hiding from our creditors. I need you to do the direct opposite. Please call them and communicate with them. There are full departments of people. Their only job is to help people who are experiencing financial hardship. You want to lean into whatever responsibility, whatever programs, whatever services are absolutely available to you. Please do not run and hide. Don't wait until you're late. Communicate immediately with them. Super important that you do that. Number three, I want you to request different payment terms. All right? So maybe you're going to need to extend how long your loan is for. Maybe your payment needs to be lowered. But please don't be afraid to ask for what you need based on what your new budget is. Now, keep in mind, I want you to remember what you're asking for is not unusual. Again, there's a whole department of people. This is their only job, is to support people who are having some financial challenges. So again, ask for the new terms. Don't be afraid to do that. Step number 4, please inquire about any particular hardship programs. Particularly like your credit card company, mortgage company, car loan company. Again, these programs already exist. This is nothing new. So you want to be able to take full advantage of them, find out how the programs work, the pros and the cons, what type of notation is going to be on your credit report. I want you to get all the information to make sure that you're fully prepared for whatever you need to do, the pivot you need to make for your ongoing expenses. Step number 5, and I kind of talked about this previously, negotiate lower payments. Now they're going to make a suggestion. Oh, your mortgage payment is $2,000 a month. This is your mortgage company. We want to drop that down to $750. Maybe you need to negotiate for something even lower based on what your budget and how your life is set up. I want you to know you have the full authority and ability to do that. Okay. So negotiate. Step number 6, ask about waivers for late fees. Okay. Late fees and penalties. Because y'all know how it is. These banks, they don't be playing. They will charge us a late fee in a second. So in case you've already gotten behind, I want you to specifically request that those late fees and penalties are fully waived. In 2023 alone, credit card companies made $25 billion in late fees. Okay, I'm going to say it again. $25 billion in late fees. They have enough money already. You can absolutely ask for those to be waived because you already have enough to deal with. We're not going to be paying any extra late fees. All right. Now, step number 7. Now it's time for us to prioritize our essentials. Because now if you're working with less, let's talk about the things that you need to pay for. The list may vary slightly based upon who you are and how your life is set up. But here's some typical essentials. Utilities, absolutely essential. Maybe you have child support payments. That's an essential. Car insurance, essential. So again, depending upon how your life is set up, food, essential. Be clear on what the essentials are, and then what are the things that can get paid after that. All right. So again, keeping a roof over your head, making sure that your family is still properly covered from an insurance perspective. So again, those are some of the essentials, but let's get clear and prioritize. All right. Step number 8. This is something a lot of people don't do. I want you to seek help from your utility companies. And a lot of times people think that's only for seniors, or maybe that's only for people who are like on the verge of being homeless. If you are experiencing job loss, you want to save money on everything, including your utilities. Same thing, gas, power, water. They all have programs specifically designed to help people who are in need. You may be in temporary need right now. There's no shame about that. Lean in to that utility company to get the support that you need. All right, step number 9. We want to review your monthly expenses because now's the time we need to look for the things that need to go. Now, I don't want you to, don't take it personal. We may need to simplify our lives a little bit and cut back on some things. So don't be surprised if you need to cut out some things completely. Let's be mindful of that, right? I'm sure we all need to keep we need to keep the Wi-Fi, but we might not need to keep the cable. That's an example. Some things we may need to eliminate. Other things we may need to downgrade. I remember, perfect example, last year, I don't know if you know this, with your Wi-Fi, you can have an audit done and you can see what your usage is. Why was I paying for all these extra gigabytes or whatever it is? I'm not even using the right terminology. And I was able to downgrade my plan because I wasn't even close to the maximum usage. Saved myself, I think about $50 a month just by making that change. So again, it doesn't mean you need to eliminate, but let's look at what we can downgrade and it's not going to have significant impact on us. Number 10, some of you may actually qualify for some government programs, right? That could be everything from unemployment. That could be food stamps. There may be things that are administered at your county level or city level. Sometimes it's federal support. Sometimes it might be state, city, or county support. Please get a feel for what is available to you based on where you are today. We don't want to leave any money on the table. There's no shame in us needing some help. But again, I don't want you to wait to lean in to get the help. Let's go all out to get all the help we need right now. And then last, number 11, please communicate regularly with your creditors. Y'all remember what number 1 was? I said contact your creditors, and I'm ending with communication. It's very important that you do. If they're calling, I need you to take the calls. If they are communicating with you via email or written communication, I need you to open and read the communication. And if there's some sort of response required, I need you to respond. Communication is key. It's very different if you, for example, with your mortgage company or your credit card company, they look at the history and they're like, oh, yeah, I called Jani on February 12th and we talked on February 27th. And then we talked again March 15th. It makes me look really good that I am actually staying in touch and communicating with them on a regular basis. Do not run and hide. Okay. Please don't run and hide. Even if you have bad news to share, even if you cannot afford to make a payment, you definitely need to communicate that. That's okay. Let's go on the record. They don't need to know that you're not going to make a payment because you missed the payment. You need to call them in advance and say, hey, I'm only making a partial payment. I can't make a payment, whatever that is. Please consistently communicate. It is a game changer. So again, those are quick 11 things to help you navigate a challenging time. So before I wrap up, just a couple things I want you to think about. So now we're going through some economic, government, whatever uncertainty. Then I just started thinking about it several years ago. It was COVID. Then before that, I was thinking about the recession that we had. Then we had the real estate crisis. So I'm not downplaying what's happening, but going into an interesting or challenging time is not unusual. So it's just really important that we are doing the things all year long to the degree that we can to stay ready. So that way we don't have to get ready, right? So being aware of our finances, saving as much money as we can, living within our means, and then making sure we're communicating with the people that we live with so we're all on one accord. You can't be the one making the adjustments and the folks that you live with aren't, or vice versa. The folks that you live with are trying to dial it back and you aren't on the same page with them. All right. So hope this advice helps. Please communicate with me on social media at Jani Thornton. Share your questions. I would love to hear your strategies. Oh my gosh, I would love to hear what you're doing to make sure that you're shoring yourself and family up during this interesting time. And please let us know what other questions or topics that we can certainly cover for you. So share this with a family member, a friend, or a colleague that you know needs a little economic or financial support right now. And thank you. Thank you for tuning into the Thank Me Later show with me, your host, Jani Thornton. Please check out our other episodes. There's a ton of amazing content out there to help you navigate what you've got going on in your amazing financial life. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next episode.